Hey, English 104 students, I'm here with a quick video review of introductions and thesis statements. I'm going to share my screen with you because I want to make sure that you understand where those resources are that we've covered earlier in the semester. So when you're under Unit 3, Persuasive Research Essay section of Moodle, you'll notice that if you scroll down, you'll see that there is a page for introductions, conclusions, and thesis resources. When you click on that, this was to help you take the quiz. There was a video and then there was a document that showed you an example introduction and kind of a formula to follow. Then as you scroll down the page, there was a video for how to write a thesis statement, and then there was also a document and a link to the thesis generator. So some takeaways that I want you to remember about introductions comes from this document that I've loaded for you. So when we pull this up together, you'll notice that there's some quick steps that you can follow in order to create a solid introduction. The first thing is you've got to get your reader interested in your paper, in your topic. You can do so through an example, through some type of fun fact, through some type of question, through some type of statistic. Then you need to transition and you need to make sure you get the key terms and the key ideas, the jargon, the main vocabulary, the main ideas out in the open for your reader to completely understand before you get to the debate. Because remember, if someone enters into your topic or enters into a discussion without truly knowing anything about the topic, they're not going to be prepared to understand a debate. Now, the debate is that conversation that you've been dealing with. It's the pro side, the con side. It's the contradictions, it's the rebuttals, it's the your stance versus the counterclaim. It's all of that stuff that you're bringing to the forefront, and you're making the reader understand that you are engaging in a persuasive research topic. So you've got to have both sides. Sometimes you can get away with not introducing any sources, but if you do introduce sources in your intro, you're not going to be quoting from them, but you can get the ACTs out of the way for what we would call framing text. In that case, you would just give the author credentials, titles, and a short summary of an article from one side and then an article from another, because then that will set you up to transition into your thesis, which will be the last statement of your introductory paragraph before you get into the body paragraph. Now, for your thesis statement, there was another document that's listed down here that walked you through kind of a step-by-step formula to create those thesis statements. And one thing I'll tell you is it's not called a thesis sentence, it's called a thesis statement for a reason. And that's that we can create multiple sentences for our thesis statement, because within there you've got to do several things. One of them is you've got to make sure that they understand the opposing side of the argument. Then you have to make sure that they understand your side of the argument and ultimately your claim that you're making throughout the whole paper. Okay, so what that means is you're going to have some transition words in that thesis, things like therefore or however or consequently or on the other hand. You want to make sure that you're also finishing with a strong claim at the end of that introduction that will then open up to the rest of the paper. And so that document, the thesis document, is part of this video for how to write a thesis. And this is a quick overview to help you understand how to connect those two things together, because they're super important elements for our research paper, because it's the first thing our readers will see for our topic, and then the rest of the paper will help substantiate all the stuff that you talked about in the intro, okay? So hopefully you found this useful. Please email me if you have any questions, and I will see you all through video format later in the week. Thanks, guys.